is Madden Football on EA Sports.
The skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play clock getting closer to 0. John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Jackson to Snead that time. 1st down, Baltimore. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Jackson out to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower as a professional.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he is going to lose yardage here. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They're just like,
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
6 yards.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Lining up for the extra point.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. And many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
16 yards, a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They're on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The Ravens had a big season in 2019, but we're still looking to strengthen their pass rush. And they bring in Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he's acquired for the low cost of a 5th-round draft pick. 31.5 sacks his last 3 years. He's been to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl. He wants to carry the Ravens back to the Super Bowl with him.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 44.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. On first down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
To Zach Ertz.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Number 26, Miles.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, and that's incomplete.
Wentz's
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
brings up 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
For Greg Ward.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
At their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now back to work for Miles Sanders and the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, Mike, they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 39. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Another Eagle.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He's brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
2nd and 7.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Clement. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Greg Ward there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Elliott good on the extra point. So even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yeah, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Gain of 31.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hill, the ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Cox on the tackle.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
To go.
Escaping the pressure right. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. trace their backgrounds, trace their histories, you'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season, believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But, boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The Baltimore Ravens now 4-1 in 2020. They get the relatively easy win over Cincy Week 5, 27-3. The fourth straight time they've beaten their AFC North rivals. And the Ravens getting their first look at Joe Burrow, and really they were the first one to totally tamp him down, holding him without a touchdown. And what was that you told me, Charles, the 5th time that a reigning MVP had taken on last year's #1 pick?
Yeah, and like the previous 4 times, the MVP came out on top. In this game, going into it, when you looked at those two playing against each other, it was almost like professional wrestling, belt versus belt, wasn't it? Think of the hardware both of them have in their homes that they have accumulated during their time. Not just reigning MVP versus #1 overall pick, but both former Heisman winners going head-to-head. You name it, that matchup had it. And now we got to take a look at what...
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to Ward. 7 yards to pick up there. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jihad Ward. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He'll get this to Ward. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. And incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Miles Sanders.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
4-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchdown. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pick.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
The 31-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders.
Miles Sanders.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Calling for the third time. Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jihad Ward picks up his 2nd sack. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Mikel Roby brings him down.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Brought down at the
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the...
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. It's a good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's good.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing his Wentz. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gets past one man. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Ravens on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Jackson to Boykin, first down Baltimore. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Eagles' 20.
Ingram again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Nate Gary on the...
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Ravens...
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. No doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the...
You have the luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Jackson on the keeper.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 30 on second down, Wentz. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
For an Eagles.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Sanders.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Eagles.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
That's not good enough, man.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Wentz to throw again. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles get a score closer. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.